Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhondial. It's good to see you. Is hockey India's national sport? Officially, the answer to that question is no. But it is an emotion that runs in the veins of this country and runs very strongly. In the era of the great Dhyan Chand, we were the champions, winning 8 Olympic golds, a record that, just by the way, still stands. Such was the dominance of Indian hockey that Dhyan Chand had refused to salute Adolf Hitler during the 1936 Berlin Games. That era passed. The fire Major Dhyan Chand had lit, flickered, perhaps even died down. And then came the Tokyo Olympics, giving Indian hockey the moment it needed to reignite passion for the game. And that moment came from the women's hockey team. Yes, they lost in the semi-finals, but they are still up for bronze. This is a team that no one was willing to give a chance. And yet, they showed courage, they showed skill, they showed heart to beat the almighty Australians to enter the semi-finals for the very first time in history. Here's how today's match played out. The ladies in blue lost 1-2 to Argentina in the semi-finals. Glorious Gurjeet Kaur gave India the early lead in the match by converting a penalty. World number 4 Argentina hit back, scoring 2 goals, putting India behind. The Indian team fought hard in the final 15 minutes, but Argentina's experience helped them defend their lead. Argentina will now take on Netherlands in the gold medal match, while India will be up against Great Britain in the bronze medal clash on Friday. I'm going straight across to Vimal Kumar, who is joining us on the broadcast. Vimal, talk to us about how today's game is much larger than the failure that all of us are feeling.
No, I don't think we can say that it is a failure, because still we have a 1 day to go, and remember, the girls are still in contention. They can still win the bronze medal, which is still a huge opportunity, because India has never won a medal, any kind of medal in women's hockey. We have a glorious past as far as men's hockey is concerned, where we have won 8 gold medals, but the kind of comeback, if you look at the semi-final, obviously India stunned the Australians 7-1. That itself was a huge triumph. And let's just not go by the sporting achievement, which itself is huge, but let's see the story, kind of a story, when you see 9 girls from Haryana in this team, including the captain Rani Rampal. They're coming from there. You see the girls from Jharkhand, girls from Mizoram, the first girl from Mizoram who is playing in Olympics, someone from Mizoram. And all the stories, most of these girls' story, if you look at someone's father, a mechanic, someone's father, a laborer, they all have battled it out. I think the challenge in an Olympic game facing an Australian team or an Argentine is less tougher than kind of life they have led so far, kind of obstacles they have overcome. That itself is a bigger triumph. But purely from a sporting contest, they have put the women's hockey in Indian fans consciousness, and I think that's a huge achievement.
And what does this do to women's hockey in India? I'm asking you this question because no one was talking about this team or the Indian women's hockey team before this Olympic. Most people didn't even know who the captain of the Indian hockey team was. Now we do, and we don't just know the name of the captain, we know her story, and we know the names of all 16 girls.
That's very heartening to see that, because in a country like ours, where when we talk about cricket or cricketers, everybody knows about the 8 teams which plays in IPL, the domestic cricketers. Everyone is a star, someone who has not even played for India. And here we have the girls who somehow allowed India to play its first ever Olympics after a gap of almost 36 years. The last time when India played first time ever, 1980, and then 2016 Rio, which was not a great outing. They lost all the matches, and coming in this tournament, the first 3 matches, the way they lost by huge margin, nobody gave them any chance. And it is their self-belief, the belief that they can make a comeback, the dream that they can, no matter what kind of opposition is there on the field, they can overcome them. And you see this team step by step, because most of these girls, they have been part of the 2013 junior hockey team, which won a bronze in World Cup. So these girls know the little step, what it can mean to Indian hockey, and I'm sure they must have inspired the new generation,
I'm
because the
certain
kind
too.
of debate it is going on, that they have been in the limelight. The only thing I expect, they should not be forgotten. Once the Olympics are, it's generally it's a trend in India, that once Olympics are over, all the hype goes away, and whatever these girls are doing, whichever tournament they are playing, no one is bothered. I'm sure these things will change.
Well, they have given us some very unforgettable moments. So I hope they are not forgotten, as Vimal Kumar is saying. Vimal, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Always good to get your insight. Sonipat, Shahabad, Kolasib, Lulkidichi, Batki Chapar. The Indian women hockey team draws its might from the remotest corners of this great country. 16 girls who have a common dream and a common war cry. Desh ke liye kuch karna hai. Leading this army is Rani Rampal, the captain of the Indian hockey team. The daughter of a cart puller, she started her journey with a broken hockey stick and is now looking at breaking a record at the Olympics.
As the dialogue in the film Chakte India goes, every team has its Gunda. Meet the queen of the Indian women's hockey team, Rani Rampal. The skipper became the youngest player in the national team for the 2010 World Cup at the age of 15. And her story is nothing short of a miracle. Born in the Shahabad area of Kurukshetra in Haryana, a region known for having produced several iconic hockey players, Rani fell in love with the game early in life. For her, it was an opportunity to escape the dredges of her poverty-stricken life.
I really wanted to escape from my life, from the power cuts to the mosquitoes buzzing in our ear when we slept, from barely having 2 square meals to see our home getting flooded when it rained.
Rani's parents tried their best, but there was only so much they could do. Her father pulled a handcart and earned 80 rupees a day and couldn't afford a hockey stick for her. Undeterred, Rani started practicing the game with a broken hockey stick. But money wasn't the only roadblock. Rani had to dribble her way around patriarchy as well.
When I told my family, they said, "लड़कियां घर का काम ही करती हैं, and हम तुम्हें स्कर्ट पहनकर खेलने नहीं देंगे." I pleaded with them. I promised to abide by all their wishes if I failed. They reluctantly gave in.
Rani's father today has a vastly different outlook.
यहाँ तक पहुँचना में उम्मीद भी नहीं थी कि ना हमें हॉकी के बारे में पता था, अभी हॉकी क्या चीज़ है, अनपढ़ परिवार था, लेकिन इसने जिद की, इसके जिद के आगे हमने झुकना पड़ा। हम तो सभी को कहते हैं जी, बेटियां नहीं, ये बेटों से ऊपर हैं।
Finally given an opportunity to train at the same academy where she had spent hours watching players play, Rani was determined to not let her financial constraints handicap her will to excel.
At the academy, it was mandatory for each player to bring 500 milliliter of milk. My family could only afford milk worth 200 milliliters. Without telling anyone, I'd mix the milk with water and drink it because I wanted to play.
But Rani's perseverance was rewarded, thanks to her coach who supported her through thick and thin. He bought her hockey kits and shoes, even allowing her to live with his family and taking care of her diet. The day she got her first earning of 500 rupees after winning a tournament, Rani promptly handed the money to her father, promising that she would buy them a house someday. She grew from strength to strength, became the captain of the women's hockey team, and in 2017 came good on her promise. Rani might have repaid the debts of her family, but she's not done yet. With Ritangshu Bhattacharya, Anasya Kumar for CNN News 18.
She's certainly not done yet. There is a game to be played on Friday. There is a medal to be won. There is a legacy that needs to be built. And some of the girls on the team playing for India have challenged everything, poverty, patriarchy, and worse, to become better and bigger than their circumstances. One of them, Neha Goyal, who landed at a hockey camp at the age of 11 just to escape an abusive father at home and get 2 full meals a day. An alcoholic and abusive father, a mother struggling to make ends meet. A family of 5 living in one room next to an open drain, and yet managing to reach the biggest sporting stage of them all. Only once in a lifetime athlete could do that, and her name is Neha Goyal. 13 years ago, Savitri Devi enrolled the youngest of her 3 daughters at a hockey academy in Sonipat in Haryana, all to escape the toxic environment at home.
उसके पिताजी तो थोड़ा बहुत करते थे पर घर नहीं देते थे। मैंने अपनी मेहनत मजदूरी करके पाली है कोशियाँ, मतलब ये 9.5-8 साल की चाने लग गई थी हॉकी खेलने, तो इसकी बहुत परेशानी थी। मेरे पास कोई नहीं, कुछ नहीं था, कोई साथ नहीं था।
For Neha, the hockey ground was her safe place, where she could channelize all her fears and frustrations into achieving her ambition, representing her country at the Olympics. And behind one successful woman is another woman. Preetam Sivach, an Arjuna awardee and a member of India's 2002 CWG gold medal winning women's team, saw the determination in Neha at the age of 11. All she needed to do to convince this little kid into joining her hockey academy was the promise of 2 proper meals a day, which to a family as impoverished as Neha's was a lot. Today, Neha pays it back by providing financial support to the academy, even donating her kit, shoes and hockey sticks. After all, this 4 feet 9 inch midfielder owes all her success to her coach.
घर की परिस्थितियाँ कुछ ऐसी थी, हमारी सबकी पूरा परिवार ही ऐसा था जी उस टाइम पे, पर लेकिन इनकी जो कोच थी प्रीतम जी ने बड़ा साथ दिया। उनकी देख रेख में बच्ची आगे पहुंची, बच्ची ने बड़ी मेहनत की।
From working alongside her mother and sisters at the cycle factory, straightening spokes for about 2,000 rupees a month, to taking Team India to glory in Tokyo. It has been an incredible journey for this promising star. But more than the medals, it's her incredible story which continues to inspire many more Nehas in the country that will actually leave behind a legacy. You've seen the inspirational stories of India's Rani and the incredible Neha Goyal. Now it's time to know some of the other soldiers who are blazing a path. It's a real-life story lifted straight from Shah Rukh Khan's Chak De India. A group of fearless girls across different age groups, across different backgrounds, from all over the country, coming together to become giant killers. Ritanshu Bhattacharya profiles the heroines of the Indian hockey team who are now gunning for bronze.
Meet the giant killers of Tokyo, the women in blue who brought down the mighty Aussies. Gurjeet Kaur is among the most vital cogs of this team as she plays a dual role, a defender as well as a designated drag flicker. From the Asian Cup to the Champions Trophy, the Hockey World Cup to the Commonwealth Games, this 25-year-old from Punjab has always found the net when it matters, just as she did in the 21st minute of the Olympic quarter-final against Australia.
ਸਾਡੇ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਆ ਗੁਰਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਧੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਇਹਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਵਧਾਇਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਜਨਾਲੇ ਏਰੀਏ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਪਹਿਲੀ 올림픽ੀਅਨ ਆ।
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਆ, ਇੰਨਾ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਬੜੀ ਹੋਈ ਆ, ਸਾਡੀ ਲੜਕੀ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪੜ੍ਹੀ ਆ।
But if Gurjeet made the attack that proved to be the difference, Savita Punia was the actual MVP. Move over, Rahul Dravid. Savita is the real wall, one which the Aussies simply couldn't breach for over an hour. Wave after wave of attacks from the Hockeyroos, thwarted by the rock-solid goalkeeper who drew in from her immense experience of 200-plus matches. Nikki Pradhan is a trailblazer. The first ever hockey Olympian from Jharkhand has gone on from strength to strength in the past 5 years. She proved a medal at the 2018 Asian Games as well as in the Olympic qualifiers, being a rock-solid defender. Strong defense, of course, leads to powerful attacking. And leading the attack has been Vandana Kataria from UP. Among the most experienced players in the team, Vandana has been among the top goal scorers in every major tournament over the past decade.
उसने जो है नाम रोशन किया है और हम चाहते हैं कि आने वाली जो जनरेशन है हमारी युवा वो भी कुछ ऐसा करके दिखाएं.
On the other hand of the experience spectrum is Nisha Wasi, who made her debut just 2 years ago in the FIH series finale in Japan. Her international exposure during the pandemic has been obviously limited, but that hasn't stopped this promising midfielder from perfecting her craft and raising her tactical awareness when it comes to defending.
उन्होंने 15 साल तक संघर्ष किया ताकि मैं इस मुकाम तक पहुंच सकूं और वो उसका सपना साकार हुआ.
And finally, the talismanic midfielder, Monica Malik from Haryana. This 27-year-old seamlessly integrates the attack and defense and is essentially the backbone of the team. Ritangshu Bhattacharya for CNN News 18.
With that, we are slipping into a quick break right here on Debrief. Up next, another rising star from the Northeast. Meet India's fast and furious forward from Mizoram. Welcome back. As the Indian women hockey team competes for bronze on Friday, the one person the team will be banking on is the fast and furious forward from Mizoram.
Lightning quick reflexes, swift counter-attacks, and taking no prisoners in her mind. Meet Lalrem Siami, the fast and the furious forward of the Indian women's hockey team. But beyond all the glitz and glamour of the Olympics, Lalrem Siami's origins are as humble as ever. Born and brought up in Kolasib in Mizoram, Lalrem Siami often had to live a hand-to-mouth existence.
छोटे से घर में यहाँ पर रहते हुए लालरेम सियामी ने हॉकी की अपनी प्रैक्टिस शुरू की और आज हालात ये है कि भारतीय ओलंपिक टीम का अभिन्न हिस्सा है. फॉरवर्ड पोजीशन पे खेलती हैं. जितने भी गोल हुए हैं उसमें इस प्रतिभावान खिलाड़ी ने उनको सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड किया है और मिजोरम के कोलासिब जिले की रहने वाली ये खिलाड़ी हैं और आज भारतीय हॉकी टीम की महिला हॉकी टीम की मजबूत आधार बन गई हैं.
Among the youngest players in a team, Siami, as she is known by her friends, had a meteoric rise. From the 2017 Women's Asia Cup to the 2018 Asian Games in Jakarta, she was instrumental in each and every success of her team, while she scripted history by being the first player from Mizoram to win an Asian Games medal and to qualify for the Olympics. On 21st June 2019, Lalrem Siami was in Hiroshima for the FIH series. She was looking forward to a semi-final match with Chile the next day when tragedy struck. Siami received a phone call from her home. There was bad news. Her father had passed away. Lalrem Siami was given the option by her coach to return immediately to her family if needed, but she decided against it.
I thought my papa would be proud of me if I complete my work and not leave it unfinished.
The next day, she trounced her opposition and ensured her team qualifies for the 2020 Olympics and eventually went on to win the gold. From tragedy to triumph, this young girl has seen it all in the past few years. Ritangshu Bhattacharya for CNN News 18.
Lalrem Siami, Rani Rampal, Neha Goyal, Gurjeet Kaur, Savita Punia, Nikki Pradhan. These are names we need to remember because these are names that will inspire the next generation of hockey players in this country. And as both the men and the women's team go into their bronze matches, they need to know that a country of 1 billion plus is rooting for them no matter what. Thanks for watching.